two trends to consider as we all get time to reflect on the Kentucky Derby Tour de Force by Justify on Saturday. 1. Justify's trainer, Bob Baffert, has delivered 4 Derby winners to Pimlico. Each of them won the Preakness. 2. Triple Crowns historically come in bunches, 3 in the 1930s, 4 in the 40s, 3 in the 70s. There has been one so far in the 2010s.
Now that Baffert has won his 5th Derby and jockey Mike Smith his 2nd, it's also time to consider just what went down over the 76 days between Justify's first start and his Derby win. Seriously, horses don't do that, dominate along the way and come out the other side. It is unprecedented in the modern era, and really any era.
And horses do not chase fractions. 22.24, 45.77, that were so fast. The horse that 7th finished 15th. The horse that was 3rd after a quarter mile, the very accomplished Bolt Darrow, gave up the chase on the far turn and was practically eased in the stretch, finishing 12th. Flame Away, 3rd after a half mile, ended up 13th.
Justify is the rare horse that can go whatever speed is required to stay away from any traffic problems. When it was necessary for him to go really fast in the Derby, Smith asked him to do it and the horse just kept on going.
I just, basically stayed out of the way and kept a leg on each side and my mind in the middle, Smith said.
Everybody who watches races seriously was thinking the same thing when those early fractions were posted during the race. The horses near the front were setting it up for the closers. Well, the closers came, just not for Justify.
He just put himself up there with the greats, Baffert said.
It really was that kind of show.
It was just an awesome performance, Baffert said. We were hoping he had that in him. At the 3/8 pole I thought, man, he better be a really good horse. We saw another gear that we hadn't seen yet. That's where the greatness comes in. He's got that big, long stride and he's just so efficient, he does it so easily.
So it is on to the Preakness, which Baffert has won 6 times. Justify will be heavily favored to make it 7 and give his trainer 14 Triple Crown race wins, tying him with his good friend Wayne Lucas for the most. Few connections of the Derby also rans seemed eager to try Justify in Baltimore. They saw what everybody saw. We knew going in that Justify looked like a big monster, said Chad Brown, trainer of runner-up Good Magic. Brown did not rule out the Preakness, but coming back in 2 weeks would not fit his training style. He did rule out the June 9th Belmont Stakes, saying the 1.5 miles was just too far for his horse. Audible finished 3rd for trainer Todd Pletcher. His 2 Derby winners ran very poorly in the Preakness, the 2 weeks between races way out of the trainer's comfort zone. It seems possible Audible would wait for the Belmont Stakes, where Pletcher has had great success with horses that run in the Derby and then pass the Preakness. It was an unbelievable performance by the winner, on this track, going that fast, said Dale Romans, who trained the pacesetter. Promises fulfilled. He never stopped. He may be a super horse.
We will know more about that as the sun begins to set over Pimlico on May 19th. For now, Justify has run 4 times and won them all by a combined 21.5 lengths, each race dazzling in its own way, and together as a package so impressive that you can hardly wait to see what might happen next.